Alright guys, we're now back at The Sims 4. I'm sorry, I have not been feeling good at all today. Good thing is, I did test to see if I had COVID-19. I got a rapid test. And luckily myself, my mom, and my amazing husband, we are all negative. I just have a really bad common cold. And I'm just worn out, tired, and I can barely really keep my little head up. I did had to, however, cut this video a lot. So a lot of the non-consistencies will actually be shown in the video. And I'm sorry about that. Because this video actually turned out to be about 3.5 hours long. And as I said, I'm sorry that it took so long for me to actually get the nerve to come up. I was actually about to roll over and go to sleep when I actually figured out that I couldn't and that I needed to go to bed and I needed to rest. But then I looked at the day and I'm like, oh no, it's Monday and I have to go do this video really quick before I go to bed. And it's like, all I really want to do is crawl into bed, put a movie on, put my CPAP mask on, and just go to sleep. And it's just because I'm coughing, I'm wheezing, I have heaviness in the chest. And luckily, the good thing about it is, and how I knew I didn't have COVID at the beginning, is because I never lost the sense of taste and smell. And that was something that I was really worried about, like, oh crap, I got COVID again. And this is like right when it first started coming out, like when it first happened, I got COVID, and this is before there was an immunization. I got really badly sick, and like the first 14 days, I was literally walking around the house with my CPAP machine, which was also connected to oxygen because I'm on CPAP at night. So I basically kept myself alive, and I did it myself without doctor's orders or recommendations. I did it myself, and I was like, no, I'm not going to die from COVID. So yeah, that's something that I did do, and I'm really happy I did. So we are building a small town Canadian style home. Tomorrow we're going to be doing maybe like a 2-part build. Hopefully it's only a 2 parts and not 3 parts or 4 parts or 5 parts. I'm going to actually try to get into a 5-part, maybe a 3, let's say about 2-part build. And the reason why I'm doing actually this kind of build is I was looking on YouTube for some ideas, and I actually was on Facebook Messenger, and I was on Facebook because my husband and I we're trying to look for a new place to live, because the little apartment we live in right now isn't big enough for our family, and we have a huge family. So we're trying to find something that will accommodate myself and my service animals, because I haven't been very well lately, mentally and physically. I don't know how you can say it, but I'm just have been, my weight's been really, really bad, and I've been trying to get on the weight loss program, and I've been accepted for it, but then I still have to try to get into it more, and that's about it. And it's just been like touch and go lately, and I'm just, I don't want to give up or anything like that. I'm not going to give up. It's just, I wish I could get things done quicker. So the bad thing is, because of that accident, it's led me to so much health problems. I can't lose weight anymore. I can't exercise. I can barely stand. So now, instead of me keep fighting and never looking back, I've now given up, and I'm now in a wheelchair, which I hate being in one. So I don't know. I've just had enough of it. Waking up every morning, being constant pain, not able to really stop what I'm actually doing. It's just, I wish I could just wake up one day and say, okay, today is going to be a great day and I'm going to be fine. But then, how can I keep saying that to myself? Like, okay, today's going to be an amazing day and I'm not going to have any pain anymore. Please, God, take this pain. I'm sorry to say it, guys. And this is the thing, is I would never give up on the big guy upstairs. But I'm actually kind of close to doing it. which is selfish of me. And I feel bad for saying that because, yeah, it just sucks. So when you're in so much pain and you're always in a lot of pain, you just can't give up on that pain. And it's mentally and physically, emotionally draining. So, but however, we're building this Canadian style farm build. And right now I've had enough with the main shell. So I'm trying to figure out, I'm actually adding another greenhouse. I did this with my previous build. And I have to tell you, it turned out absolutely beautiful. I love the greenhouse mods, and I wish I left that roof like that. And I think I might go back and just reapply it because that roof would have made it look very, very beautiful. I did go into the world map view of the game, and because of it, it actually looks so good in there. It doesn't look like it's all jumbled up and graphic wise. It looks really nice. So, I'm just not feeling good, guys. I got a runny nose. I got a headache. I'm coughing. And luckily, as I said before, I don't have COVID. So, I always get sick in April. It's inevitable. I'm sick in April. I'm good for the rest of the year. Then I have an ear infection in December, and then the rest of the year I'm fine. Oh. So now after this video, I'm going to post it, and then I'm going to go to bed, and then I'm going to go to sleep, and then I hopefully can rest once more. So this video looks kind of weirdly garbled up, and I call it garbled up because it's so quicker. But the weird thing is, I'm actually looking at the video and it's not as fast as it should be. I put everything as, like, if it's a 30-minute video, I don't have to worry about a speed build. But if it's more than an hour, I have to do a speed build. So it depends. Like my speed builds, I usually speed it up. If it's an hour, I do it like 250, 300% or whatever it is. And then this time, it looks like I had to go to 525 just to get it from 3.5 hours down to 34 minutes. So this is actually the 2-part build that I basically scrunched all together. It's the same house. And this is on a 30 by 20 lot. And a lot of people are like, wow, man, not a lot of people can get things on a 30 by 20 lot. Well, I can. I know how to do it. You just gotta add the stuff that you really want on first. And then go back in the house after you have the main thing done. And then finish it. And that's all you really have to do. Now, with my building, however, it takes me about an extra hour sometimes to do any building because I have to go in and go out, go in, go out. Because if I miss a mod or if I need to install a mod, I will. Here's me adding some modded dirt, which I love. This is the go-to dirt path that I really like. I was trying to get a proper grass texture color, and I didn't like any of these, so then I gave up and I went back out and I basically reinstalled some more, which doesn't take too long. I'm just outlining where I want everything to be. I wanted lots and lots of pretty white daisy flowers, make it look a little bit like my family, add a tiny bit of more greenery back there, and it just makes it pop. Yes, there may not be very much room for kids and stuff, but I think they'll be fine. Kids are resilient in these games. So here's me trying out the new grass texturings that I just installed. I wanted this beautiful green grass lush color, and I'm trying to figure out if it's the color that I wanted. So I'm literally installing the exact color I actually really wanted, and I'm re-adding some I like to make it look really natural, but we're adding some more dirt, and we stopped making the dirt, made some more planter boxes areas, and it looks good. So here's me trying to figure out, I don't have any sidewalk stone texturing that I like, so I'd have to go back and do that. And luckily I had the driveway modded stuff. Like, I'm getting everything from my old computer that crashed really bad. I'm trying to find all the old mods I used to have and trying to minimize them. So I'm trying to go from like 3,795 mods for The Sims 4 down to 1,500 or whatever. And I'm trying to figure out a really good sweet spot so I don't go over. Because if I go over, it ain't going to be pretty if I go over. Oh, here's another problem I was trying to make another pathway. And I was trying to figure out if I wanted to go that, like, bump it out a little extra. And I thought, no, we ain't going to bump it out at all. This is why I keep telling you guys, if you want to make sure you can get everything all at once, add everything, then go back and re-add if you need to. It's that simple. Worry about the house inside after, but work on the inside. Or work on the inside last and work at the outside first, because that's something that I've always dealt with in The Sims 4. So now we're actually adding the dirt inside the greenhouse. I figured out we really didn't need to, so I added some stone. I removed that part because we didn't really need to. Now here's me trying to add some dirt to make it look more realistic. And I kind of eventually got where I wanted to be. Oh, and I fixed that part up because apparently I messed that part up. And here's me adding the green grass texturing out there. And I just like it all normal, and that makes it look pretty and neat and tidy. And here's me adding some more green and, you know, some more browns, make it look more lived in. That's supposed to be there. Try to figure out where the mailboxes were, so I put that mailbox down. I got rid of the other one that I didn't like, and I think we're about to go inside. Don't quote me on that. Okay. So I was actually trying to figure out if I could maybe add on to the house, because I figured out that I forgot to add one extra room, and that one extra room was a laundry room. Because something you should know, guys, I like to add realistic builds, and when I'm adding my realistic builds to anything, I need to have a laundry room. So part of that path there needed to be fixed, and I eventually did fix it. And it made it look, actually the way this turned out, I was really proud of myself. So that little area there in the very way back, the big square building, that's where the kitchen goes. I left that little area and just squared it off. It made it look really nicer after we were done. I did, however, I did make that room a little bit bigger just to make it look nicer, because that little area, I'd have to go back and add it because I was going to put a closet there. So I was trying to figure out what I can use to make this work. And if you guys don't see this is where I'm actually figuring out where I wanted everything to be. And I was talking to Mike at the time, and I was trying to figure out appropriate, everything appropriate. So here's me trying to add a few things. I love Peacemaker's items. I love his stuff. I use all his windows and all his doors and everything in all my builds, and I try to use everything that is his because I love it. It's beautiful. It's chic. It's amazing. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Peacemaker, you got some really amazing mods. However, I had to add a teeny tiny window there. I didn't want to add a very big window, but I wanted to add a little teeny tiny window there just to add a little bit of light go in. And it was just a tiny bit enough light where it can go in and not a lot of people can peek. I was, however, going to try something, but it didn't sadly work. I was going to add a bathtub, and then add a shower and make my own little walk-in shower combo. It doesn't work, guys, so don't try it. I was trying to be creative, and I was trying to add things that didn't work, and I felt so sad that it never worked. I was like depressed, so stinking depressed that it never worked. So I eventually got rid of it, and after I got rid of it, I needed to add the other one. So here's me trying. So if you see there out in the world, you can see the greenhouse. I'm actually trying to create this character. Oh, and here's me. I was just totally done with building the character, made it quickly, and we're now back. I figured out that didn't work, so I just added that bathtub there instead. Now, this is the only bathroom in a big house, in a big cabin-style home. So this is something that was really hard to do, but I did it, and it looks amazing. I really love this. I'm just adding some tiles, trying to figure out if I want to add tiles in the foyer or if I want to leave the tiles there. I was trying to figure out what tiles I wanted to add. I have to get some more modded tiles, to be honest with you. So that's cool. And then I added some wood floors in the kitchen, and I eventually just did all tile in the kitchen. It just screamed, we need tile. So we used tile. We're just adding some old style cabinets, and this is from one of the mods that I have, and I really like this kitchen. It is so stinking pretty. So here's me trying to find all the stuff, and it's basically recolors of the cottage kitchen, and this is the recolors that I use for my cottage kitchen, and it looks really nice when it's done. So I'll show you guys what we're doing. But anyways, we are actually doing quite well. Just put a little end part there because I figured out we didn't really need too much in the kitchen. We just needed a little bit enough where we could add a table, add some chairs. I was gonna use the round table, and I decided not to because it didn't look good. I added that barrel with some fall greenery farm-esque vibes. I was gonna use this table, but then eventually I decided not to use it. And I did change out everything basically. The only reason why I didn't do it is it just didn't fit good in, like it didn't look good. So here's me trying to look what I can add. And I finally found, I went back to the pack that I was using. I was going to use the little table and say, call it good, leave it there, and it was going to be fine. Then I got the same table from the Recolor pack, and I pushed that a little bit outwards, add it, I made it a little bit more nicer, and it actually turned out pretty cool. Added a high chair, and it looks so nice. I'm adding the ravishing invisible pot lights. I kind of like them. They're actually a little bit really freaking bright. I'm gonna actually have to go back and down them down a little bit, but actually they work, so that's nice. I add the ravishing outside at the front door, so it kind of looks nice. There's that sim that I made it. I'm adding a lot of light switches. Adding some light switches everywhere, making it look nice and lived in. We're just basically adding as much quickly stuff, and there's me trying to put the tiles in. I tried to put that thing in and it didn't work, so yep. As if I did, then I would have to leave that part out, and I kind of wanted to have basically, yeah. Instead of sliding doors, I used French cottage kitchen doors for the back. I was gonna add an extra roof. I decided not to, and I got rid of those roofs because That other roof was really weird and wonky and I didn't like it. I was going to actually add that roof there too, but it didn't work. So I just pushed it back. I use a lot of these recolors now. It makes it look so nice. So we're just adding a lot of stuff. I really like the way this turned out. I really do. Sadly though, I didn't add enough. I didn't decorate enough. I got to go back and decorate it another day that I'm feeling okay. I just wanted to make content for you guys. I was feeling okay, I guess, yesterday. And that's why I wanted to make content for you all. But then today I just felt like I feel run down. I feel tired. I feel exhausted. I just feel like I just want to crawl into bed and go to sleep. So that's where I'm going to go. I was actually going to use not a gray siding today. But it kind of just felt like, yeah, let's just add gray today. Maybe we'll add color tomorrow, you know? So I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, and I did fix that greenhouse, by the way. It didn't stay like those colors. It's just, I have to figure out if I want to go to a black trim or a white trim. And I ended up going back to a black trim. Oh, sorry, guys. It's just not feeling too good today. It's been a very busy day. So, my hubby and I, we went to Sarcan today. It's a recycling plant in Saskatoon. And because my sister was finishing up moving in her home, I ended up making a supper for her. And then we ended up inviting everybody for dinner. And I just got a little bit cranked up with everything and literally just was going over and over and over. And like when I cook, I have to sit down. Or if I don't, I'm just going to collapse. So I literally was sitting down in my recliner. I was literally moving around, jamming to some music, trying to make supper as much as possible. And it was such a good dinner after. Oh, it was so good. We had homemade macaroni and cheese, and we had chicken, and we had Brussels sprouts, and we had garlic bread. It was a really great supper. I really enjoyed it. But anyways, sorry for making everybody hungry. We're just adding a few things in here. Nothing too fancy. Just adding whatever I added the last build because it looked good. And I just wanted to leave it like that. Okay, so here's me probably pausing because I'm trying to figure out where I was going to do things. Also, the bad thing is when I'm pausing, it's because there's a cat that wants to be cuddled or wants attention. I'm looking in the back. That looks fine. And lately, Queen Bee, my girl kitties are going into heat. So that's just really interesting and sad because I have to do that. Just add a few extra things and that's about it. Like I'm not really adding a lot of detail because I was just done. I just wanted to go to sleep. So I just added that trash can. It's not usable. I added that old pump there because I thought maybe this used to be an old farmhouse that they moved and they brought that old pump. So that's basically what I thought. I was actually going to add that little detail there, but it wasn't working, so I just got rid of it. And here's me just planting some modded. I really like these wall coverings. It just, after everything was done, it looks so lived in. I wouldn't, however, play in it, but if you like to live in a teeny tiny cottage build and you really like those things, go for it. It's usable, that's for sure. I think we're going into the laundry room next. Yeah. So I'm just adding a few extra things in here quickly as possible. Yeah. Just adding a few extra things. And just trying to figure out if... Yep, just checking to make sure it's a washer and dryer, not a washer or dryer. I've done that before, and I put builds on the gallery, and then I get a special note from someone saying, "Hey, you kind of messed up by accident." And I'm like, "Oops." And I usually just have to go back, correct it, put it back on the gallery, take it off, put it back on. And if anyone would like some of my builds, let me know. And I'll send you guys an entire list of all my entire mods where you can find them. And you can literally try that yourself. So we're just adding so much to this laundry room. Like, it's piles and piles of stuff. Okay, the bad thing is with that bigger door frame. Sorry, guys. I had to make it into a smaller door frame, or it would not work. So you'll see in a minute. Sorry. I think after I have a really good sleep, I'll be able to sleep. Like, after I have a really good sleep, I have to get up tomorrow, clean all my CPAP stuff. Clean that. Hopefully it's dry. I don't have to use a wet mask or whatever. And then I can just roll over, go to sleep. And you know what the bad thing is? Tomorrow we get paid again. So Tuesday is GST. And then Thursday, my husband gets paid. Oh, I don't think I'm ever going to have any good. Like, that's why I want to go to bed early today. Not worry about really much content, but I was thinking, like, nope, I'm going to get this out. I'm going to get this for everybody because everybody loves my builds. And I'm going to keep going. I never look back. Oh, and here's my little signature of that little cat. I love cats. So I was thinking of planning on maybe putting a cat in this build because, you know, I have cats in real life. Oh, and of course, Blue Buffalo is the best. So I have to go back and put this girl back on the gallery because she'll need a cat, and then she can find a spouse or someone, hopefully. So here's me adding the sectionals. I really like the way this turned out. I was going to put a fireplace, put that away. I was going to use my Samsung TV because I have a Samsung in my living room here. Put that away, and I was adding quite a bit of cute little things, making things look really nice. I don't think, oh yeah, I did put a litter box in there. So I'm just trying to figure out what I was going to add. I didn't like any of this, so I just got rid of it. I might go back and put that black one there. It was a little bit smaller, but I kind of like this chest. And I'm adding some Sims 4 stuff. Well, I just added a PS5, which I do have one. That's another signature of mine. And I'm trying to figure out what I can add for the cats. Thought, oh, you know what? I can put a cat tree there. Scores! So I added a few extra things there. And then I'm looking for a proper litter box. Threw that there. And then I'm adding stuff onto the walls now. Trying to figure it out. I was going to use these ravishing things, and I couldn't figure it out, so I just left it be. I ended up putting some other stuff on. And I really like those little paintings. You can make them small or big, which is nice. And it's just about done. Oh, yeah, there's another one. And I put that there. If you didn't see it, I actually put it more closer up higher. So it's basically where the door frame is. I thought that'd be really cool, you know. Like, I'm sick and tired of this stupid thing not staying up. It's going to be nailed to the door frame instead. That's how my attitude would be. And I did, however, I was going to use those taller sheer curtains, but I figured out that it was actually going into my Chesterfield. So I ended up using the smaller curtains, and it looks so much better. So yeah, I was going to use those, but it wasn't working. So yeah, I'd have to figure out how I was going to use it eventually. And I think it's because there was so much stuff around. So what I need to start doing is I need to do the backyard first, go inside, apply the curtains, and then start building. That's what I need to do. So here's some stuff. I'm just trying to work on some things, try to figure it all out. I added that there. I added these there. And I think I doubled up these curtains because I just wanted, yeah, I started doubling up the curtains. It just makes it look like if you have a peeping Tom, you won't have a peeping Tom issue. So that was really cool to do that. And I'm just quickly adding some 1960s items in the house. Not a lot of retro items, but in this mom and daddy suite, we added a little bit of retro, a little bit of 1960, 1920-esque, and it makes it look like it's like this house has been given like from generation to generation, and the people just kept replacing the old mattresses, but they couldn't just get over getting rid of it. The bad thing is I'm probably gonna have to make some of the windows a little bit smaller because I forgot to add a desk, so I need to go back and add that a desk in there because there's no desk in this house at all. And there's no computer, so that's a bad thing. So we just added a few extra things. Nothing too extravagant in these rooms. It's just, well, a bed here, a bed there. Okay, good, it's done. And that's how I was basically trying to think about it. I was trying to try to get it as quick as possible as I can. So the one thing is we need a toddler's room, so we made a toddler's room. The year before I was making the toddler's room, I forgot to add a crib. So we'll add a crib in next day. And we were just adding a few things. I wanted that tent in there, wouldn't work, so I left it alone. I made that modded playhouse, which they actually use it, and it actually is usable. I'm just adding a few extra things, trying to figure out what I want to do the other room. I was actually going to use that, but then it didn't work, so I just gave up and used some of the normal beds from I think this is the decoration stuff pack, I think. And it actually made it look really nice, so I'm just pushing it a little bit away from the curtains. And I'm trying to figure out, grab the side table, and I'm changing the colorings. And it's really nothing too fancy in this house. It's just, okay, we're going to put this here, we'll put this here, and put this, and this, and it works. I forgot to put an activity table. So there's quite a bit of things that I need to add, and I'm going to add, and after I add it, it'll be on it'll be posted. So, I'm just, it's one of those days, guys. It's one of those days when you're not feeling good and you're really trying to force yourself to give you guys content. That is like the best thing any YouTuber could do to anybody. So here's me just adding stuff to the walls, making stuff look livable, make stuff look like it's supposed to be there. I just love the way this turned out, guys. I really do. So anyways, I think we're getting close to the end of the build. I think I still need to fix that bathroom. I don't think I added very much to it, so I'll have to do that off camera, but I think I forgot to do the bathroom, and that's, oops, my bad. I've never done that ever. Never, ever, ever, ever. So that was my fault. And so I'm going to have to go back and touch that up. And I know we don't have cars or anything, but I just like the realism, the way this house turned out. And here's me just finishing up a little bit of the backyard. And I think that's about it, guys. So I hope everybody loves the video, and I will see everyone next time. Hit the like, subscribe button down below, and remember, everyone, stay safe, have a great day, enjoy your spring. I love you all. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.